Well, here to help us continue our celebration of Hallmark Channel's summer nights with plants that bloom when the sun sets is Shirley. And I love these plants. Can you just take us through some of the ones that you have here? Because I do recognize a couple.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, and you know what? There could be no better subject than plants that bloom at night for our celebration of summer. As a matter of fact, I was really influenced by the movie A Summer to Remember with Catherine Bell and our really good friend Cameron Matheson, because it takes place in Fiji. And Fiji is one of the places on this earth where they have the most amazing plants that bloom at night. So they kind of do the night shift. Can you imagine opening at night? And they're very, very fragrant, very special plants.
And I know you, Phil, the reason that these are, you recognize them is because your dad I read, was a plant scientist. Does that mean a botanist?
Well, so he's a plant scientist, but his specialty is in legumes, so they're nitrogen-fixing plants.
Oh, yes.
Plants that put nitrogen back in the soil, like alfalfa is one of those plants.
Right, soybeans.
And soybeans,
Any kind of peas.
And peas and that sort of thing. So, yeah, so he's always talking to me about plants, but the one in particular that I recognize is over there. I won't say anything about it because I know a little bit about it, but I'm very keen to see. And it's interesting that some plants flourish at night, right?
Absolutely, and I brought some of my favorites. This one, guys, you might know it as frangipani.
Yes.
I love frangipani.
But it's the plumeria. And this is also something that you may know from the leis that they make in Hawaii.
They smell so
good. And in your hair, which looks very pretty.
And in my hair, which as a matter of fact, it's a custom in Hawaii. If a woman wears it on her left, that means she's married, which I am. If it's on the other side, you're available, which I'm not.
I didn't know that.
This is such a beautiful
Thanks for letting us know.
Right, now you know. What I love about this plant, it's very exotic and tropical, and it looks really pretty. Take a whiff. The interesting thing, it smells nice, but it really comes alive at night. There's a special pollinator that pollinates us. You wonder, well, are the bees around at night? No. This is something that comes out only at night, and that's the sphinx moth. And it comes and it pollinates it, and it absolutely gets everything it needs to continue the progeny here. And that is something that's really important. I have a picture here to show you how the plumeria opens up when it starts to flower. Look how beautiful, kind of like a clockwise motion.
And it opens up at night like that?
It opens up at night.
And it closes up during the day?
Well, no, it does stay open. But what happens is when it releases its first hormones, when it opens up, your dad will like this, what happens is it attracts the pollinators. You know, the moths are flying by, they're like, I see something, I smell something, and they come to it.
So what you're telling me is don't put this in your hair at night in Hawaii.
Well, unless you want a moth flying by. No, there's a second. Yeah, these are great.
This one I recognize.
Okay, and you can just take a whiff.
Yeah. Okay. This one I love.
Okay, these are what people call it jasmines.
Yes.
Technically, they're cestrums. And this one is a white blooming jasmine. It has beautiful pinwheel-like flowers. A lot of times people have this as ground cover in their homes. And I love it because it also grows as a shrub. You can put it anywhere. And
it's probably one of the strongest smelling of the plants.
It is.
The flowers.
As a matter of fact, a little bit will do you. You don't need a lot of
Don't go overkill. Yeah.
That's right. And then here is the orange peel cestrum. Also beautiful.
Does it also smell?
It smells as well.
I know you said it smells more, but I can smell it still.
You can smell it now, but what happens is at night,
it's very subtle.
It's made that way so that it really releases the fragrance at night. Because again, it wants to attract.
It's the only way to be pollinated. Interesting. Nature is so fascinating.
Isn't it fascinating? Stephanotis, beautiful. Look, it's opening up right there. Again, when it's opening, that is when most of the work is being done. And throughout the summer, it consistently has bloom after bloom opening up, doing its job.
And this one is called what? A Stephanotis?
Stephanotis. I like that, yes. And this is something that is really fragrant, also part of the same family, and it is popular for summer weddings for good reasons.
That Stephanotis means like with the crowns that you wear at a Greek wedding.
Oh my God, I love that.
Does it?
That is great.
Stephania. That's what they're made out of.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So you want to know about the pollinators?
Yes.
This is really cool, guys. Now we know about bees. Some of us are scared of them. You know, we think they're going to sting us. They're not after us. They're after the pollen. But at night, they're sleeping. And bats come out. I have a little picture here of some of our pollinators at night. You never see these only during nighttime. The first one is the hawk moth or the sphinx moth, and it's got the notoriety of having the longest tongue of all moths and butterflies, 14 inches. It needs to get into the well of those plants to get the nectar, and then the bat.
So they work the same way as a bee, where the pollen gets stuck on them and then they move from...
They get stuck on them, and very interesting. some of these, where the pollen is, it's anatomically correct for the pollinator.
Oh my goodness.
You know, here's the moth just hovering over. It doesn't know that it's touching
really quickly. Where do we plant these quickly?
Well, you can plant these wherever. If it needs full sun, put it in full sun. But my recommendation, so you can really enjoy your nighttime bloomers, is put it where you're going to be at night. So put it in your patio, put it along your walkway so that you and your guests can enjoy it and make your garden complete.